Okay, so hello everybody, and yes, you saw what we're gonna make today. We're gonna make a throwable trash can that kind of regenerates back in your hands. Don't know how to explain it, but it's gonna be pretty cool. So, I mean, to start off, we might as well just get right into it, is you'll kind of want to just insert a part and move it wherever you want. And go into the properties of it, and you can change the shape to a cylinder. By the way, what we're doing right now is we're gonna make the trash can first. Because obviously, what are we gonna do without a trash can, you know? So let's just scale it this way. And that's fine. So once we've done that, we can rename it to base. So we're just gonna rename this to base. It doesn't matter what we name it, but let's just stay organized. So then we can control duplicate this and move it up one. And scale it all the way up and move it out. And move it out one. Just like that. Oh, that's a little bit strange actually. Okay, I'm gonna set my move to 0.1. And I'm gonna scale it out now. Just like that. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, now we're gonna select it and rename it to we can just rename this to side 1. Actually, we can just rename it to top. Top is better. And then we can duplicate this. And move it down. And just move the entire thing up a little bit. Just like that, that's fine. So now we actually just want to grab top right here, and we want to duplicate it and move it up just 1. And we want to scale it up all the way. Well, I gotta move it down a little bit. Hold on. Duplicate it. That's weird. Okay, well, let me just .05. There we go. Alright, there. And then we can scale it all the way down, and then scale it in a bit. Just like that, that's fine. Okay, so now we can change this to, like, what should this be? What should we name this? We can just rename this to top 2, I guess. There we go. And then now what we can do is color it. So we can grab top 2 and we can make it like really dark. Actually, I don't want to do color. And we can make it really dark, just like that. And then we can grab these 2 sides right here. And then we can change the color of these. Let's see what we like it. So we can keep moving down. That's fine. Or actually, a little bit more. Yeah, that's fine. Then we can grab this, get the color, not this. Get the color. Here we go. Then we can move this down a bit, and that's fine. Okay. Now we pretty much have our model, but now we need a handle so that our character can actually hold this. So let's duplicate it. Let's duplicate the base and move it back 1, and then scale it all the way back, just like this. All the way back, just like that, and then scale it down a little bit, just like that. And then we can make this. We can rename this to handle. And it's very important that it's actually named handle with a capital H, or else the tool won't work. And just make the transparency into 1. And then also select everything on this, and then put can collide off. Just like that, okay? And then you can insert a tool into the workspace. And just move all of this into the tool. And then create a folder inside the tool. Folder, and rename this to trash can parts. Okay, and then we can select everything except for handle and put it inside trash can parts. So now we just have handle out of there, and that's there. And now we need to weld everything together. So select your handle and go into create and press weld, which is like this, and you'll get this little thing. Then select this thing and then weld it to there. Just like that, okay? And then you're done with the handle. Now you want to select the base, press create, and press weld. Now weld it to the top, and then select base again, and create weld, and then weld it to the bottom. Just like that. And now select top, and then press create and weld, and then weld it to this little thing up here. So now that we're done welding, we can actually start editing the grip. which is how the player will hold it. So we can click on the tool here, and actually now that I think about it, we can rename this to trash can. Okay, so click on the tool here, and then go into your plugins. You can use the free version of Tool Grip Editor if you want to, but I'm gonna use the paid version, so right here. And I'm gonna say edit tool grip, and we're gonna go to rotates, and then we're gonna rotate this around until we can see that, yeah, just like that. So we're gonna rotate it until you can see that the top is facing up when the player is holding it. So hold on. So you see right here, the top is, he's holding it, and it's like the top. Okay, if that made any sense. So now that you've done that, we can unselect that, and now we can start animating. So just go into Moon Animator, in character inserter, just insert an R6 rig. Whoops, and then just go into here, select there. And then there. Okay, now we can actually start animating. So press copy on your tool here, then go into plugins, Moon Animator, Moon Animator. It doesn't matter if you're using Moon Animator or the default animation editor, by the way. You can use absolutely either one, it's fine, but I'm going to be using Moon Animator for this tutorial. So now you just want to press on your rig and press new rig animation. Now that you're in here, you can right click on your rig and press paste into, and I'll paste the trash can into your rig. I'm going to move this a little bit ways away, and make sure you keep this, by the way, this is still important, this thing. Okay, so now that we've done that, we can actually start animating. So zoom in a little bit, and on frame 5 we can move the arms up like this, both arms up like this, and then on frame 10 we can move the arms all the way up, and by the way, the reason why we did that on frame 5 was so that the arms don't glitch and go backwards or something, because I've had that happen to me before. And now still on frame 10, we want to select both arms, or actually select this one, and move it inwards a little bit like this. And up a little bit, and just kind of tweak it a little bit until you like it. This is going to be basically how he holds the trash can, so make sure it's the way you like it. Also, you can really change this later. I'll show you how to change it if you want to change it later. And then, select this arm, move it inwards. Move it up a little bit. Yeah, just kind of tweak it until you like it. So yeah, because you're going to be stuck with this. So. Well, you can change it, but you're not going to be stuck with it. But there, I like that. That's fine for me. And then go to frame 20, and then on frame 20, you can move the arms back really far, like that far. So I'll do that for the other arm as well. So like really far. If this makes any sense on what we're doing. And then go into frame 30, and then grab these two keyframes, press Ctrl C, and paste it all the way over there. So it goes like this. And it looks kind of ugly, so now go on frame 35, then move them forward a little bit, just a teeny tiny bit though. Don't move them all up. Just like that, and then go to frame 40, and then select these keyframes, copy them, and then edit, paste. Now let's check out our equipping animation. This is our equipped animation, by the way. So yeah, okay, here we go. So just see how that looks. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, and then remember, you can tweak this how you like it. So if you don't like it, you can tweak it. So yeah, so once we're done, just click on File, and then click Export Rigs. So basically what this will do is, I'll show you in just a second. We can rename this to Trash Can Equip. Just like that. And then we can, and I'll show you how we can get back to it. So if we just close out of this, and then don't save the changes, by the way. If we click on the rig now, you'll see that there's a trash can equipped, and we can actually just go into that, and then we can edit it for how we like. So yeah, there we go. For now, we're just gonna press right click on it, and press save to Roblox. So remember, this is important. I forgot to publish the game. Okay, let me publish the game really quick, and I'll come back. Okay, so I just published my game, and now we can go back to our rig, and saves, and then trash can equip. So yeah, make sure your game is actually published so that it will work. Published just means that it's saved to your Roblox studio. It doesn't mean that it's published to the actual Roblox. It just means it's saved so you can reopen it and stuff. So yeah, make sure it's published, and then just press save to Roblox on this animation, and then trash can equip. And then I set the creator of my game to my group, so I'm gonna press creator my group. There we go, submit. Then make sure you copy that ID. So now we can scroll down and then go back into, oh, here's our tool. Copy our tool actually, and then paste it into starter pack. Because we still want to keep this thing right here, just in case. And once you've done that, we can insert a local script in here, and we can rename it to clients. And inside of clients, you can just delete that, and then insert a folder inside of your script, and then rename it to animations. And then inside of here, you can add an animation, and then we can rename this to equip. Then add another animation, rename it to idle. And then add another animation, and then rename it to throw. Just like this. So once you've done that, we can reference, or actually before that, we can go into our equip. Make sure you're selecting equip, and go into where it says animation ID right here and paste in the ID. Okay, I forgot to copy it. Hold on one second. Okay, so if you forgot what your animation ID, like you didn't copy it from that menu, you can also just go into toolbox right here and make this my animations right there, and then we can go in here and we can see trash can equip right here. And here it is. Okay, so we can actually go in here and then right click on it and copy asset ID. And now we can press on equip and then go into properties and animation ID and paste it in there. Just like that. And now let's reference it inside of our script. So we can say local tool equals script dot parent, and we can say local anims folder equals script dot animations. Then we can say local anims table equals curly brackets and then press enter, and then normal brackets and equip. So just type equipped in here, and then we can make it equal to wait, I forgot to reference the player, so you can say local player equals game dot players dot local player, and local character equals player dot character, or player dot character added colon wait, and we can say local humanoid equals char colon wait for child humanoid. Okay, and then we can say equipped is equal to humanoid colon load animation, and then we can do anims folder dot equip, just like that. And then down here we can say tool dot equipped colon connect function, and then we can say anims table dot equip colon play, just like that. So first, before we try that, it's not going to work because we need to make an idle animation. So to do that, go back into Moon Animator and click on your rig, and remember trash can equip right here. We want to go into that, and then on frame, wow, and I gotta zoom in, on frame 40, delete every single other keyframe other than frame 40 if you followed along. So basically just your last frame, every keyframe except for your last frame. So yeah, it will just be him holding the trash can, and then turn on looping and then press export. Yeah, it was that easy. So, or don't press export, actually we want to delete trash can equip right here, and then press export. So export rigs, and it will say trash can equip when you export it, so just press F2 to rename it, and then we can say trash can idle, just like that. And then we can press on this and press save to Roblox. And my group, and copy that ID, and then go into your animations, idle, and then paste the ID in there. So now we can go back into our script, and then we can reference our idle animation. So add a comma right here, and then say idle is equal to humanoid load animation anims folder dot idle. And then once you've done that, you can say anims table dot equip dot start colon connect function. And then we can say anims table dot idle colon play. Just like that. And then we can say tool dot unequipped colon connect function. And then we can say anims table dot equip colon stop. And we can say anims table dot idle colon stop. Just like that. So now if we test this, this should work. Just like that. Okay. So let's test this. Wait for it to load in. Here we go. Oh, I forgot to make it R6. So to make your game R6, to make it compatible with your rig here, you want to actually go into home, game settings, avatar, and then R6. So press save. Yes. There we go. And now we can play. Here we go. Animations is not a valid member of local script tracker. Alright, hold on. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, I forgot to. Okay, up here. This is the problem right here. You want to say script colon wait for child animations. That should fix the error. There we go. Okay, so if we equipped it, boom, here's our equipping animation. If we try to click to throw it, nothing will happen because we haven't even made the animation yet and we haven't even scripted it yet. But if we unequipped, it will work. So if we unequipped it, there's also one thing I would like to fix, and that is, or before we even start, there's one thing I'd like to fix, and that is that you want to actually play the game, and once you're in the game, you want to go into workspace and on your player right here, go into it, and then you see this animate script, you want to right click on it and press copy, and then you can end the game. Then you can go down here into start a player and start a character scripts, and you can paste that animate script into there. And then you can open up the script, like just open it up like this, and then press Control F once you're inside the script, and then look for tool none. This is the default animation tool holding thing, and you can just delete all of this, and then look for the other one. It's this one. And you can just delete this entire thing as well. Just like that. Okay, we're done inside the script now. So now you can go back and you can look for tool none. That's like, if you press this little arrow next to the animate script, we'll open up this and then you can find tool none. Just completely delete that. And now we've gotten that out of the way. So now open up Moon Animator or whatever animation you're using and press on your rig and then go into trash can idle is fine, and then we can delete these, by the way, delete those, and then right here where it's doing this, go to frame 10 is fine actually. Go to frame 10 and then move the arms back, like just move them all the way back and make sure looping is off as well. So yeah, just move them all the way back just like this. This is going to be our throwing animation, by the way. So we want to move our arms back just like that. Boom. And then on frame 15, you want to move them back just a tiny bit more. Just like this. Just like that. Then on frame 25, we want to move our arms all the way forward just like this. Both arms. So this might look a little bit weird, by the way. Like, that does not look like a throwing animation, right? Well, that's not true. Because on this frame, on about this frame, is where we're going to be creating a script in the future that will actually make the trash can invisible, and then create another trash can and throw it, like, give it velocity forward. So yeah, if you're wondering why the animation is looking weird right now, just don't worry about it. It's going to be looking better in the future. So yeah. Just press export rigs, or actually before you do that, just make sure looping is off, and then press export rigs. And you can rename this to trash can throw. And then save to Roblox. Boom, copy the ID, and then go into throw. Paste in the ID right there. And boom, go back into our client, and then we can, where it says this, make a comma, and then press enter, and then we can say throw is equal to humanoid load animation anims folder dot throw, just like that. And then we're gonna create an indent. We can make tool dot activated connect function, just like that. And then we can say or let's create a new variable first. So just go down here and we can say local db is equal to 0. That's our dbounce. So then we can say if dbounce is equal to 0, then db equal to 1. Then we can say anims table dot throw play, just like that, and then do a task dot wait, and we can say about 0.3 seconds should be fine. And then we can say let's create a new variable first, and then we can say local trash can parts is equal to tool dot trash can parts, just like that. And then down here under the task dot wait, we can say for underscore comma p in pairs trash can parts colon get children do, press enter. And then in here in this for loop, we're going to you see this variable p that we just created. We want to say p dot transparency, so transparency is equal to 1. So that'll make our trash can invisible once we throw it. Or actually, sorry, we're not doing this in the local script, sorry. We actually, before we do anything, we want to insert a script into our tool, or not a local script, insert a script inside our tool and name this server, because it's the server script. So now delete everything, local tool equals script dot parent, and then tool dot activated connect function. And we can say local player equals game dot players get player from character, then tool dot parent. So this is our player, right? And then we're gonna say, actually we should create another variable, name this dbounce equals 0, and then we're gonna say if db is equal to player, or not player, is equal to 0, then alright, so yeah, if db is equal to 0, then what we want to do is we want to get our trash can parts. So, well, we can actually just delete this variable inside of our local script, just like that, and then we can put it here. So local trash can parts is equal to tool dot trash can parts, and then we can say if db equals 0, we can set db equals 1, just like that. Okay, now we want to say for underscore comma p in pairs trash can parts get children, then we can say do and press enter, and then we can say p dot transparency is equal to 1, so that'll make the entire trash can invisible. Then you want to do a task dot wait, or actually don't make it invisible just yet, because we want to add a task. Whoops. Because we want to add a task dot wait 0.3 in front of it, just like that, so it'll make it invisible. And then once it makes it invisible, we want to do another task dot wait, and then make this to like 2.5. And then we want to do or we can just copy the entire for loop, and then we can do p.transparency equals 0, so I'll make it visible again. So we might as well test this and see what happens. Or actually, before we test it, forgot one thing. We need to set debounce to 0 after all this. So debounce is equal to 0. So what our variable debounce is doing is it's only allowing us to run this if our cooldown is allowing it, basically. So yeah. Okay, so now we can run the game once we set it to 0, and let's see what happens. So we throw it, boom, it makes it invisible. Oh yeah. I also forgot something. We're not done with the client script just yet, because we want to do anim's table at third play. Task.wait, so this is, so it's doing the same thing here. So task.wait 0.3 makes it invisible. Once it does that, we can actually say, we can do anim's table dot equip :stop. Then we can do anim's table dot idle :stop. We can do anim's table dot throw :stop. Alright, now once we've done that, just go down a little bit and then do a task.wait 2.5. Okay? Then do db is equal to 0. Just like that. So now we can play this and it should be working fully. So equipped it, boom, you throw it and it just gets deleted out of the universe, right? But it reappears, is what I'm saying. Look. So if you wait a little bit, it reappears. Now I think that time is a little too long, so right here where it says task.wait 2.5, we'll just do 1. And then we'll do that for this one as well. So where it says 2.5, we'll do that one. So now if we run the game, there. Yeah, that's a lot better. Okay, so once it actually becomes visible again, so this is when it becomes visible, we want to do anim's table dot equip :play. Then we want to do anim's table dot equip dot stopped :connect. Whoops. I'm going to capitalize this connect function. And then we want to do anim's table dot idle :play. Just like that. So if we run this, well, you'll see it's looking very smooth so far. So if we throw it just like that, it deletes out of the universe and we can grab it again. Boom. And it's spam proof. So boom. And we grab it again. It's looking pretty good so far. But where are we gonna throw it? Like, doesn't look like a throw to me. So we gotta start scripting the actual throwing part. So remember that trash can that we had right here. Well, we can close up, maybe we don't need that anymore. So you remember this trash can that we had right here, right? Well, we want to go into that trash can and inside all the trash can parts, select all of these and union them. So select all of these and just do a union. So go into model and then union. So just like that, it will go into union, and then we can just drag this into workspace. And you can delete this tool, this thing now. And then this union, you can rename it to trash can, okay? And then what we're gonna do with this union, well, 1 second. Go into replicated storage, insert a folder inside of there, and then rename it to items. And then insert or actually don't insert anything in there, just drag your trash can and put it inside of items. And on this trash can, just move it kind of the center of the world. It doesn't really matter where it is, but it's just kind of nicer to have it just in the center. I don't know why. I just like to do that. It doesn't really matter though. You can have it anywhere. And if you did that, once you've done that, you don't really need to go in there anymore. That's done. So now inside of our starter pack, inside our tool, into our server, we want to do where it goes invisible. What are we gonna do when it goes invisible? We're gonna create a new trash can in its place and add velocity to it, so it kind of gives the illusion that we're throwing it, but we're not really. So inside of replicated storage, you can see right here. Let's reference the replicated storage first. So we're gonna say local rs is equal to game get service replicated storage, just like that. And then we're gonna say local trash can clone is equal to rs dot items dot trash can, and then clone. And then we're gonna say trash can clone dot parent. Before we do that, actually go into insert a folder inside workspace and rename it to physics objects. Doesn't matter what it's named, but make sure that whatever it's named, you say trash can clone.parent is equal to whatever that folder is called. So game.workspace, and then whatever the folder is called. So if it's called physics objects, then I would say physics objects, just like that. So once you've done that, we can go into here. This is going to start getting hard, so you got to make sure you pay attention. So we're going to say trash can clone dot C-frame is equal to well, let me actually we should get the players things first. So local char is equal to player dot character or player dot, or actually no, we don't need to do that. And then we can say local humanoid, or actually humanoid root part is equal to char colon find first child humanoid roots part, just like that. And then we're gonna say hold on, let me find it. Trash can clone dot C frame is equal to humanoid root part dot C frame. And we're gonna say plus vector3 dot new 0 4 0. And then we're gonna say trash can clone dot orientation is equal to humanoid root part dot orientation plus vector3 dot new 0 270 0, just like that. So if we play the game, hold on, there's something wrong here. Oh, I forgot. Okay, don't add a plus. That was my mistake. Instead of add a plus. I accidentally added an equal sign, so add a plus. There we go. So once you do that, you can, it should be working. So look, it'll create a new trash can on top of yourself. Oh, and it's can clad is off. So go into your trash can, and then where it says can clad, turn that on. Now we can run it with a better thing. So now if you throw it, boom, it just creates a trash can up there. And it has the correct, and it faces the correct way as well. And it's going pretty good. I mean, it's creating the illusion pretty well. So now we need to add some velocity to it, shall we? So trash can clone dot assembly linear velocity is equal to humanoid root part dot C frame dot look vector times about 100 or something, and then we can add a little bit of in the y-axis as well. So vector3 dot new 0 0, so hold on, 0 0 0. So basically this value right here is how high. So basically when you throw the trash can, it's gonna have like a little height to it as well. So this is gonna be how high it kind of goes. I'm just gonna do like 0.8. That's fine, right? And now that should be working. So if we throw it, boom, just like that. Look, it's creating the illusion pretty well, right? But we're missing something. It can't damage anything. Well, we need to make it damage something. So how do we do that? Well, we can actually close out of these two scripts. I'm pretty sure we're done with these. So we can close out of these. And then inside of trash can, insert an int value. And then we're gonna name this to owner. Okay, so this is how we're gonna detect if the player, like, this is how we're gonna make it so that the trash can can't damage the player that threw it. So insert a owner int value and a script in here. And say local part or something, it doesn't really matter, equals script dot parent, and do part dot touched connect function. Create a variable for this, and then do local did hit is equal to false. And then we're gonna say local, or actually before we do that, you see in these parameters right here where it says function, put a variable inside that and name it hit. And then we're gonna say local player is equal to game dot players dot local player, or not local player, sorry, game dot players colon get player from character, and then hit dot parent. And then we're gonna say if player, then, or actually don't just say that, delete this. And we're gonna say if player, and player. Okay, wait, hold on, I'm messing up. Alright, before all of this, do change this to e player, just like that. And then we're gonna say if e player, and then we're gonna say if e player dot user ID is not equal to part dot owner dot value, and did hit is equal to false, then. So yeah, that's a big if statement. Also, I forgot one thing. Go into your server script inside of the tool, and then where it says where it clones the trash can part, insert a new line and say trash can clone dot owner dot value is equal to player dot user ID. Okay, and then that's how it checks it. If, yeah, I think you're getting the gist now. So yeah, and then we can, if that's true, we can say did hit is equal to false, or is equal to true, sorry. And then we're gonna say local char, or local e char is equal to e player dot character. Then we're gonna say local e humanoid is equal to e char colon find first child humanoid. And then we're gonna say, oh yeah, and what the E stands for is enemy player, so that's like the enemy we're targeting the trash can at. Then we go on to say E humanoid dot health is equal to E humanoid dot health minus 8. So this is how much damage the trash can is gonna do. If you want to put this into a variable, that's fine. So we can just say local damage is equal to 8, or whatever number you want. You can make it an insta kill if you really want to. You can just set it to like, really what you want to, if you want to set it to an insta kill, just do e humanoid dot health is equal to 0, but I'm not going to be doing that, so. And then we can just say e humanoid dot health minus damage, the damage variable. So yeah. So I'm pretty sure that's actually about it for this tutorial. To test it with a different player, you can just go into this test tab, and then where it says, and then make sure these settings are correct. It says local server right here, and then 2 players, and then press start. Okay, once it loads up, you'll be in a game with another player, and he'll look exactly like you. And now we can test it. So, boom. Oh, it didn't even hit him. Boom. There we go, and it does damage. Oh, I forgot one thing. So basically the parts don't disappear. How do we make them disappear? Well, I'll show you. So once you close out of all those other tabs, to make it fade out, go into the script under, or actually, yeah, go into the script under your tool. And then in here, we want to do a task.wait under here. Or actually not under here. We want to do a task.wait under this dbounce equals 0. So task.wait, and then this is how long it will take until the until the trash can disappears. So we can just say we might as well create a variable for this. So we can just say local lifetime. We might as well capitalize this. Is equal to and we'll make it to like 4 seconds. And then we could do task.wait lifetime. And then we could say once that's over. Okay, so before that, we want to go into up here, and then we want to get the tween service. So local tween service equals game get service tween service. And then we want to go down here, and we want to say, whoops, we want to say local tween is equal to tween service, create. And then we want to do trash can clone, comma. Then tween info dot new, comma. And then we want to do curly brackets, transparency. Or not that, transparency is equal to 1. So after we do that, we can do task.wait lifetime, yeah. And then we can do tween play. And then we can say tween dot completed connect function. This will be our last line of code before we're done, by the way. So then we just want to say trash can clone destroy, just like that. So now we can test this. So as you can see, if we throw a trash can, it will be parented into that folder that we created into physics objects. And if we look over here, whoops, it fades out just like that. So yeah, how do I unstuck this? Okay, so yeah, if we throw a trash can, boom, it will be parented into physics objects just like that. Sorry, that's a glitch if I select the Explorer. Then it'll fade out just like that. So boom, gets parented into here, and then it fades out. So yeah, if you enjoyed this tutorial, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. And I don't want to sound like all the other YouTubers, but I kind of have to. So yeah, bye-bye.